already been canceled, man. What
Hmm?
the fuck?
Wow. 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 Wow.
Oh, Jamal, can you see Sean?
No. I
Because Sean, he can see himself, but we
I can
can't
see
see him, so it's
y'all.
something wrong.
Yeah, it's black. Just a black screen. Now down below, I see all of us there,
No,
but
you don't. You see Sean?
yeah, below and down below, what I see, I see. Though it's not me, I see, and then I see Sean, then I see you, then I see Giovanna.
You see
But then,
Sean moving?
You see a Giovanna? I don't see Giovanna.
yeah, I see Giovanna. Yeah, I know Sean not moving down
Yeah,
here
it
below.
was Sean. Go out and come. Go all the way out, Sean, and come back in. Because I
Did you
can.
see me dance? Let me
We
get
can't
No,
see
it.
you do nothing.
mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It's just like it's still.
And your picture at the bottom was froze. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We're having some technical difficulties. Sean around here, I don't know what that is he got. Who's that? The devil, also known as Yakub. Oh, that's Jamal. Oh, okay.
That's part of the technical difficulty. That's one of the technical difficulties.
Okay, that's one of the technical
Right.
difficulties.
That's a technical
That's a
difficulty.
technical
Right.
difficulty.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
okay.
I
got
think
you.
what has happened, our black media has been hit. It's been infiltrated. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has to be in it.
It's
Something
been hacked.
wrong.
It's been hacked. Our black
Yeah,
media's been hacked. Yes.
something is wrong.
Yeah, it's been absolutely
I
hacked.
can't figure this out. No
Yeah.
viewers. There's something wrong.
You said no viewers.
Hold on. Guess what? Sean, everybody else can see you. Jamal, it's a problem with us. It's a problem in here.
Really?
Yeah, everybody else can see him. I just got a picture of somebody showing us Sean.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we need to go out and come back in?
Okay, there he is. I think it was a glitch somewhere. Can you hear us, Sean?
I can hear you everything now.
Yeah, we see you now.
All right, coolio.
Yeah, good thing Bernard wasn't here. He'd say it was just because
the voodoo or something. Yeah.
Yeah, well, somebody showed me a picture where Sean was there.
Well, again, this hacking going on. The devil, aka Yakub, and the Sean situation, or the situation is our black media's been hacked.
I can believe it. I can believe it.
Okay. Something is wrong. I don't know what it is.
They're trying to kick us off the air.
Yeah. We being blocked. Where's Dr. Betty at? She out there? Maybe she'll tell us whether she could see it. Let me look on my phone because something wrong.
Yeah.
How you doing, Sandra? You out there?
Sandra. Let's see. It says that we're live, and I see all of us. Yeah. Okay, then I guess we live, and I see all of us. So, I guess everybody tune in. We're a little bit late because somebody didn't start his show on time, and then he wanted to go the whole time. He got to understand that when another show starts at 7:05, it don't matter if he started 15 minutes late. He can get for 45 minutes. I let the producer send him a letter on that. That was not me. That was somebody else whose show come on right before this. What the name of that show, Sean?
Run Tell That.
Run Tell That.
Man.
Yeah. And somebody got a radio playing in the background.
It's not me.
No, somebody got this show playing on another device. You can't run two devices, son.
I'm not. What device?
Well, we hear 2 times. I hear it 2 times. And I'm trying to figure out what the deal is with because it don't seem like we're connected. But I think we are, though. Let me check one more time before we start the show, people. One more thing. One more. And it says we're live there also. And it says, okay, we're live. So I don't know what the deal is. All right.
So Dr. Ray, you been hanging out with Ricky Smiley this weekend?
Well, some people say that.
What have you been doing? Hanging where?
Hanging with Ricky Smiley.
Oh, that one, Jamal. You didn't even look like my partner.
No.
That Charlie Brown.
Y'all got my partner messed up. That don't even look like Jamal.
Right. Thank you.
It looked like somebody else, man. Yeah.
So,
Okay, well, let's get this show cranked up. Robert is late. Charlie is late.
Well,
Sandra is
Robert said he
off.
had a Zoom meeting that he had to be to at 7.
Right. Yeah. So, and Celtics gave Drew Holiday 135 million. Um,
Ooh,
I don't know if he worth that, Jamal.
is he that good?
Um, okay. Let's get on to our general discussion topic because we don't want to belabor these people too long. I think we got our glitches fixed, and we'll see what happens in the next few minutes. Our first subject is City on Water. Show us that video for the City on Water so we can discuss that, Giovanna.
This is the craziest city in China. Seeing a building floating on the water isn't usual, but in this city, it's completely normal. This is Chongqing, China. It's one of the most futuristic cities on the planet. For example, watching a train go through an apartment isn't something you'd expect. But in this city, it's completely normal. There are gas stations on the rooftops of buildings for cars to fill up their tanks. And if that's not surprising enough, this city has one of the deepest subways on the planet. It goes 94 meters deep, which is equivalent to a 31-story building. And this has got to be one of the most complicated overpasses on the planet. It's like a maze, so make sure you don't make one wrong turn. But the final one will surprise you. At first glance, when you look at this video, you'd think you're on the ground floor. But you'd be wrong, because when you walk to the edge of the balcony, you'll realize that you're actually on the 22nd floor of a building.
Wow. All I can say is wow. Did you see that highway? That was the most amazing thing to me was the highway. Make a wrong turn and you might have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
But a city on water. You see how they build those buildings? And they had one where the train went through the building, the apartment building, up top. The train went. I mean, they just technology is just with them, wow. That's
But you know what? It's not surprising. It's not surprising because here in the United States, I think that the United States is the most restrictive or safety, I should say. It's restrictive / safety conscious country in the world. We care about our citizens. We care about, care to the point to where we make people get insurance. We make people, eat safe. So, I think we have the same ingenuity. We have people that want to do stuff like that, but the United States is like, nah, because a lot of people will get hurt if you did it wrong.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of the problem. But it was beautiful, and that highway was just absolutely amazing. It seems like that highway was built that it'll take you to every exit. You just take this one and take you to take this one and take you to the next. Take this one, and that's great ingenuity to think like that. So everybody don't have to be traveling down. Like I'll leave here and want to go to the airport. I got to go down 2 exits.
Yeah.
When I can just get on the one exit, one highway to take it there. Or if I want to get off the one before, you take another one. Yeah, seems like it's everybody can out-design the U.S. and we always coming up late.
When I was in Germany, I learned that the Autobahn was made so that Hitler could get his army to any town in Germany within 2 hours. So, and the Autobahn works. It's like you barely have accidents. There's no speed limit. And when there is an accident, which is probably like 2-3 a year, it's a fatality.
Mm-hmm.
But it works anywhere in Germany within 2 hours. Can you imagine getting from here to Atlanta in 2 hours or an hour? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
who want to drive that fast though?
I do, man. It's not even, it's the fact that it's fun. It's the fact that it's liberating. It's like to know that you can be on the road. Matter of fact, most American cars not even made for it. I had this little Geo Metro and I was stretched out and the tire swole off of the rim because of the speed and went off. I slowed down. I'm watching my tire roll in front of me because the speed rate in the air got too hot, expanded the tire came off. So all the cars are made to take the Autobahn, all the safety factor, all of that. And it's beautiful, man. You got to try it, Jay. You got to try it, man. You really got to try it.
Well, I don't want to go over 80 miles an hour.
Oh, you don't want to go to Texas then?
I don't want to go over 80 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour is a little too fast for me right there. I might do 85 if I'm not watching it real good. What's your highest speed you went?
Me?
Yeah.
I seen 188 before.
You have done 188?
On my motorcycle. But that was years ago. I was between the
188 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Jamal, would you like to go that fast?
Oh no, not unless I'm a race car driver or a Formula One driver.
Yeah, because I see you now in the 75. I see you now doing 45. So I know you ain't going that fast. You and Charlie Brown got to be the slowest drivers I am. Hey, we left the same time, and he got there 30 minutes after me.
Wow. I can see Charlie Brown complaining about everybody going so fast beside him. What's the use of everybody going so fast?
Hey, you wouldn't even believe this. He said it today. I'm on the phone with him, and he wondering why these people riding so fast. He backed out a spot the other day. Backed out. Almost hit the car behind him. And it took him at least 4 minutes to back out of the spot. It wasn't but one car behind him. All he had to do just back out a little bit and turn his wheel. He'd have been out of the way. Everything behind him clear except one car. And he almost hit that car when all he had to do just turn the wheel. And
is there an age that we tell our people? Okay, put it up.
Yes, for some people, my wife's mother is 87 and she still drives long distance.
Ooh.
She still drives 4 or 5 hours.
What?
Yeah.
I don't drive 4 or 5 hours.
Hey, 4 hours, I be falling asleep. I be over there yawning, and then Tanya see me yawning. Instead of saying, okay, baby, you want me to drive? She just say, she started talking. No, get behind this wheel. That's what you need to do. You need to get behind this wheel.
I just tell people I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, I think they just signaled me and told me that the glitch is fixed. Because we couldn't see you for a while. And then you could see yourself, but we couldn't see you. And so I think they fixed it. So we can move on to the second thing, the U.S. terror warning. We got a terror warning. Javon, if you could cue that.
Security warning right here in the U.S. from the FBI and Homeland Security, warning of potential threats to public gatherings. The timing of this and why they're concerned tonight. Here's our Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas with late reporting.
Tonight, FBI and Homeland Security officials are warning U.S. law enforcement about the potential for terror inspired by that deadly ISIS attack in Moscow targeting a concert hall. The concern, according to the bulletin, violence targeting mass gatherings such as sports stadiums, concert venues, or houses of worship in the United States. Law enforcement told to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. The bulletin coming just days before millions will gather to watch the eclipse on Monday. Authorities say following the Moscow attack, ISIS and its supporters celebrated the assault and shared graphic and violent attack footage, the terror group calling for similar attacks in the United States.
I'm told U.S. law enforcement is being urged to take this bulletin seriously. Sources say ISIS remains a very real threat.
And so everybody, we just got to remind everybody, be careful. Watch everybody. Watch everything. If you see something suspicious, like a guy painted with his face painted and holding an axe, call the police. If you see something suspicious, call the police. What you say, Jamal?
That's correct. Wow. Just leave it alone. That's what I say. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Just mind your business and go on. You just get out the way. You just get on out the way. That's what I say.
Hey, Sean. Over the weekend, last weekend, there was a festival I think it was the first time I ever heard of this festival. It might have been going on before then, but it was the first time I've ever heard of this ISIS festival.
What?
And it's something to do with Gullah Geechee or our African heritage, and I'll be participating in it from now on. And it wasn't marketed very good, but we will be participating in it later. But a friend of mine was one of the people that was on the program, and he likes to dress up. Let me tell you before I tell you this story though, they just had somebody in Florida, a Texas one, with a machete killed 6-7 people and cut them all up, and so
right.
Now here's my friend. The very few days later, on River Street in Savannah, Georgia, with his face painted and got an axe in his hand.
No.
And the tourist that sees him calls the police. Now, the question is, was the tourist wrong or what? Somebody should have known. Should the police have been there guarding this man with the axe so that the people could feel a little better? What happened? The police did come. That could have got tragic, because suppose he wouldn't have dropped the axe, because they told him to drop the axe. He had to drop the axe. Suppose he would have said, "I'm in a festival. I ain't dropping shit." And we could have been one less host on the show tonight.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let you what you think about it, Sean, before we let Jamal tell, because Jamal knows that person also.
That's scary. That is scary. That's a terrible misunderstanding. That could have been. Oh my gosh, yes, one less host. Yeah. But I'd have dropped the axe. Wow.
The African spirit. The name of the character is the African spirit. So the African spirit was trying to be a spirit.
A martyr.
And we can't complain, because we don't know who those tourists is.
Exactly. They might have been.
They going back to Wisconsin and Idaho and Wyoming and South Dakota.
They might have been Trump supporters.
Oh, they were. Okay, what you say, Jamal?
I don't know where to even start at.
Give us your analysis of it before we go to the second big story for Chatham County, which was Uncle Bob. We go in there in a minute, but let's go to this first before we go to a break.
the festival was going on. People were drumming. They had dancers. You could hear the drums from the bluff all the way down to River Street. And so the African Spirit was standing over there. The African Spirit was standing there. And what then happened, the African Spirit had been there since 1045, standing right at the foot of the East Bay ramp, and the East Broad ramp, and also River Street. Had been there since 1045. And the African Spirit, all because the sun started moving, because then they were still drumming and dancing. And so the African Spirit moved to try to get into the shade. And one location, the African Spirit said, is they still drumming? They're still going to be up there. So let's move by the palmetto trees. And so the African Spirit, again, the African Spirit is there underneath the palmetto trees. And the African Spirit has saw a police car come down the East Broad ramp, and had saw another police car that was parked on River Street. So the African Spirit is standing between the two palmetto trees and was just chilling. And then the African Spirit saw a Caucasian officer run up the ramp. And then the man started to run down Factor's Walk. And they were like, looking, they're like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And so then one of the other Caucasian officers said, there he is right there. So the African Spirit is like, well, the African Spirit actually has said to itself that, listen, they down here looking for somebody. I might need to get out of here. They were looking for the African Spirit. The African Spirit should rain. The African Spirit not thinking that. The African Spirit was not thinking that. So what happened? The African Spirit was like, oh wait, we got this metal basket on our head. African Spirit like, we gotta take this off. We might have to dip because there ain't no telling what's about to go down. And so that's when the Caucasian officer, one of them turned around and said, that's him right there. That's him right there. So African Spirit like, what? What? And so then a black officer come up to the right and said, drop your weapon, drop your weapon. The African Spirit like, what? Drop your weapon. And then they said, come to this tree, put your hands up on the tree. And they do. We got pat down for any other weapons. And so the African Spirit says, that is a ceremonial item. What did occur, going through all this right here, the African Spirit did go and say, give me back one of my phones because I'm about to call the chief of police. And I'm going to call a councilwoman. And so now the African Spirit says, this ceremonial item then goes to Facebook and say, you see this photograph right here? They're like, yeah. And one of the Caucasian officers said, yeah, I knew it was a ceremonial item myself when I saw it. Like, I knew it was an actor. What I'm saying, I knew it was four of them, 3 Caucasians, 1 black. And so what happened? One of the Caucasians said, I knew it when I saw it. So then guess what he does? While they still talking to the African Spirit, he pulls out his phone and then hands on the phone and said, see, that's it right there. So the African Spirit said, yeah. And they were going to still write it up. They said, before we give you the item back, we're going to write this up. But then what occurred, the procession came down. And so that's when they looked and they saw all those black people. They were like, no, give it back to, give me this stuff. So they gave the African Spirit back its stuff. And so some of the people in the procession thought that the African Spirit had called the police to block off traffic for them. That's what they were thinking. They were like, they were so pretty. I got the police here to block off traffic for us. They had thought that. Later on, after a while, African Spirit told one of the videographers, said, take a picture of this right here. So they're trying to figure out what African Spirit said. They came down here for me. So no one was thinking about no man with a machete or anything like that. So just to let y'all know that. So the Spirit was not thinking about that.
Well, the Spirit better be damn careful. Because these days, a black man with a knife in broad daylight, I mean, white men can carry AR-15s all around and nobody questioned them at all.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Exactly.
But you have your I mean, because I know how you dress when you are, doing your tours and everything. Yeah, you had a knife, and we will be celebrating the African Spirit.
But God.
Yes.
Because we so happy the African Spirit didn't move. We understand if how they say about Martin Luther King.
Yes. If he would have sneezed.
Exactly.
If
we
he
so
would have
happy
sneezed.
that African spirit didn't have a tremor or something. You know what I'm
If he
saying?
had said,
Boy,
You know,
if he had said,
the
"We,"
whole story would have been going different.
national news.
like
We make
Chicago.
national
Spirit
news.
gets shot down in Savannah, Georgia, on River Street during a festival.
Exactly.
Boy,
And
Like Chicago.
It would have conjured up all of the slave spirits, you know, that died down there.
and Ben Crump would have been right here.
Boy.
Yeah.
The first thing he would have said is, "How y'all didn't know that this was the African spirit?
This professor,
seen him a million times.
Exactly.
We work at every doggone college in Savannah. I mean, come on now. Yeah, they would have been in a lot of trouble.
We just so happy that he didn't make a move. African spirit, hey, Sean, African spirit looking around and saying, "Where all these police going? Something must be wrong." You looking all right.
Boy, you better know your whereabouts and know that you're still black in Savannah, Georgia.
Hey, Sergeant, he was so in character.
He done forgot.
He forgot he was the African.
Exactly. Oh, I'm the black man.
He's looking at the bank. He's looking at River Street taking his cigar or something.
Look around. Hey, Sean. He looking around saying, "Let me see if I can see what those hoes is going to do so I can tell me what to say." They looking for him. Hey, let me ask you one question before we go to commercial. Was the worst out of the 4 officers, was the worst one the black officer?
Because he was the one that was basically like, you know, hey, get on the tree, all that stuff, like drop the weapon, you know, like, you know, let me pat you down, you know, make sure.
Did he have his gun? Did they have their guns drawn on him?
No, they ain't had the guns drawn, but they came, you know, if they would have. I'm gonna say this: they would have drawn the guns if I didn't drop it, if I didn't put it down. And if I did not go to the tree, yeah, they were prepared. Because again, like I said, like I'm talking literally, the guy, the one that when I really paid attention was that when he ran up the ramp. And then ran down, about to run down, fact, just walking. Then the other one look, and they like, and I can hear they saying something like, "Yeah, he's such. And I'm like saying, basically, I'm like, somebody must have done robbed a place or something like that. And so I'm just prepared to make sure that I can run myself. I'm running the opposite direction, you know.
Oh my God! Yeah,
the whole time, not even you'd have been in society.
Somebody must be in trouble.
Javon, if you there, send us the commercial. If you there, Javon.
Somebody must be in trouble.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, from Magistrate.
Okay, we back. And I'm so glad the African spirit is here with us, because I know it's going to take the African spirit to tell us about this next video that we're about to see and explain it to us and why the Pope does this. So let us see what that next video with the Pope. Johnathan must be
somebody
not.
Tell me why the Pope is doing this?
Y'all watch very closely on this one.
Now, the Pope kissing the Moors' feet. Most times the people come kiss the Pope's feet because they say the Pope is next thing to God. So now if the Pope can find somebody whose feet that he can kiss, something ain't right. See, the Pope knows some shit we don't know.
First of all,
I think Sean was
Jill,
first. Hold on.
Isn't
I
that
think
like-
Sean was first. Stop knitting and look at the screen. You always doing something when you're on this show. You know, I'm glad I ain't paying you. Because you'd be fired. Uncle Sean, go ahead.
All right. From what I know, it's one of the rituals where you showing humility by kissing the feet of somebody lesser than you. In so many words, you're showing kind of humility, like Jesus washed the feet of his disciples or whatever. It's like the same thing or whatever. So, and then, you know, I seen that before. I seen it before, but on a movie. But
Yeah,
so
damn
but
what
that
it
was
is.
right. That was it. Wasn't. I mean, I'm just saying.
that
No,
that was
that's
definitely
more. Go ahead, Sean.
that was definitely what it was,
No, it
Julius
wasn't.
Paul.
No, it wasn't.
Well, let me explain.
Go ahead.
Can I just explain?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this past week or 2 weeks ago was Holy Week, and you know the Pope, he went around, you know, doing his popely duties, and just like Sean said, the Pope, one of the duties of the Pope is to follow in the ritual of Jesus. And Jesus did wash the feet and kiss the feet of of those thought to be servants or lesser than. I mean, he went to the prison and washed the feet of women, prison women.
Jamal, go ahead and give them brief history on.
Well, it is tied to what Sean's saying, that again, it's a form of deference and humility that you kiss the feet. It could be, anyone. It could not necessarily. It could be because the Pope did that to the leaders in South Sudan also, and for them to basically keep the peace. He did that about 4 years ago, or something like that, about 4 years ago. So, but in this situation, what you alluding to is that he's showing deference because, again, no matter what, if you look at it, Europe would not be Europe if it was not for the Moors, if it was not for those Africans,
Correct.
So he's kissing the feet. And, so anything, Black people should be saying to themselves, like, listen here, we are more special than what other people try to project all this negativity on us about. So again, we are the ones. We are the creators of civilization. We are the maintainers of civilization, and we help advance civilization.
And the thing is that the Pope knows that Jesus was Black. The Pope has a Black Virgin Mary.
Madonna.
They don't have none the way here in America that they're worshiping. But the Pope does. The Pope knows some stuff we don't know. And the Pope is kissing those feet because when the Pope 88 years old, 90 years old, he ain't getting down there for no reason to kiss nobody lesser feet. The Pope was getting down there to kiss somebody greater feet because the Pope knows the truth. He knows the truth of the Moors. Mr. Charlie Brown, you're Anchi. So go ahead.
Oh, no, because it is such a compelling subject, you guys talking, because he was giving pure homage to the Moors because of the first of civilization. They were like deferred people on earth. And that's what he was just giving homage to them if nobody understand them and praising them and saying, thank you for civilization. That's what he was doing if they didn't know the history of the Moors. And that's all I want to say, but I forgot to say this. Hello, boys and ladies. It's always a pleasure to be here. Sonia, you okay tonight? Please be focused you look wonderful tonight. A lot better than last week. Coming along good.
Yep.
I'm
Thank
just
you,
thrilled
guys.
to be here. I want all y'all to do me a favor who are looking at the show. I want you to share, call a friend, share. We will not be here if it wasn't for you. So we need you in our business. What we trying to do is for you. Please challenge us, ask us questions, and share with a friend. Thank you so much.
Okay. So we done talked the Pope because we got a lot going on. I got a video that I was wanting to play. I ran across on one of these TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, something. I don't forget what it was. But we was our
somebody got feedback.
Oh, okay. But let's play the next one, number 4, talented stupid people.
If you're a drug dealer, your business may be immoral or unethical, but you're not dumb. You actually might just be a genius. A drug dealer is illegal and immoral as a business, but they understand import, export, finance, marketing, wholesale, retail, customer service, security, territory, logistics. And if you're a gang leader, you're a frustrated union organizer. So you're a drug dealer, you're an entrepreneur. You just don't understand your greatness. If you're a gang member, you're really an organizer. You understand your greatness. The NASCAR came out of moonshine running in the Appalachian Mountains. That's poor white. If they can find their legitimacy, we can find ours. So if you can't go get a job because you got a public record, because you maybe done something that was considered illegal or was illegal, you can still become an entrepreneur. Maybe you can't go cash a check at IBM, but you can write a check and become the new IBM. Become a small business owner. Go to 1MBB, 1 Million Black Business Initiative, 1MBB.org, or go to OperationHope.org, sign up with my financial coach, and change your life.
Hey,
Wow.
Change your life. Change your life. I labeled that video "Talented Stupid People" because, and it's true. Once, it tells you that you can learn anything. And most people didn't come out the womb selling drugs. They you get into that and you learn to be good at it. You learn, like you said, territory, marketing, shipping, sales. You learn everything. You can learn that in that criminal environment. You can apply that in the business world for yourself or for somebody. And it was just the analogy of how he lined it up that got me to want to show the world that, we can't throw these kids away because they do have talent. And then when some of them are can be rehabilitated, so if they go down that road.
Jill, what's pretty powerful is what is called street corporation, because they have organization. It starts from the top and work all the down. And that's why they have the different generals, the different levels. They can count, matriculate. They know how to crunch numbers. They know how to make profit. They are street corporation. That's all it is. It's just like a major corporation, but it's a street corporation. And they are more organized than some of the corporations are. Who is what and who is it? I thought that video was a very interesting video to open up individuals' eyes. It's I seen it street corporation work because I was in the street for many years out there with my two businesses on Oglethorpe Street and Bull Street in the height, the days in the 80s, the early 80s. I saw it in action. And you're right, Julius. There's some legitimacy if we can get it going. Whoever in the street, I didn't say go sell drugs or none of that stuff, but I'm saying use that same concept to run a particular business.
I've been saying it for years, that, everything that we do transpire into stuff bigger, different. You just have to find the things that you love. If you find the job you love, you'll never have to work again. I tell my daughters them that all the time. Some of them like to do hair, and you can do hair. That's a legitimate business called cosmetology. Yeah, okay, yeah, but I want the official job and all that other stuff. The jailhouse is full of pharmacists, full of accountants, full of pharmacists, accountants, leaders. It's a bunch of alphas in the jail. It's a lot of alphas in the jail. You know what I'm saying? I grew up one of the smaller people, and I had to, I had to learn because I didn't want to end up in jail. I didn't want to compete with those guys in jail. That's one of the reasons why I'm not in jail. But it's a lot of smart people in jail. It's a lot of entrepreneurs in jail. That's what got them there in jail, is their entrepreneurship, in my opinion. Yes, yes, I know what you're saying. I know.
Well,
I see you.
This is the problem. But this is the problem, is that yes, a lot of these people have entrepreneurial mindsets and everything, but when you have a system that prevents a certain group from gaining access to capital in order to start their business, you know, you can have the best business design idea, you know, on the planet. But if you cannot find the access to capital, the the means to keep that business open until it starts turning a profit. And the problem with a lot of these, the SBA, they're trash, you know, because they do not now they're giving, you know, they'll give a small business maybe about $50,000. But if I tell you in my business plan that I need $150,000 in order to start it, in order to keep it going until I can turn a profit, which my performers, my performers that you're looking at in my business plan tells you, why are you offering me 25,000? I'm already starting out behind the 8 ball, and you know I'm gonna fail. Period.
Right.
That's a point. That's a good point.
Go ahead, Sean.
No. I was just
I was gonna say, she said it pretty fast. You did say SBA, or you say SBAC. In Savannah, we have SBAC, Small Business Corporation, and they're the ones who manage a lot of the funds.
Well, they manage the small business administrations funds that they send to Chatham County, you know. Right. But somebody needs to start really challenging them. Somebody needs to, I mean, the entrepreneurial center, it was a very good concept.
Well, Sandra, what needs to happen is you have to have organizations such as the NAACP to show these discrepancies, to show these differences that are affecting our small businesses. I know personally, where a meeting that me and Charlie and Jamal were in the other day, where this happened to someone that we know. Somebody got a machine on that's reverbing. If somebody got machines on,
it's only doing it with you, Julius.
You might need to shut the door.
Do you have?
Yeah.
Okay. How about that? Do that.
The African spirit just told him.
Yeah, the African spirit should have told me I need to shut the door.
Jamal must be thinking he an efficiency expert, evidently. He said it there and say, you need to shut the door. So I know what you do for a living now, my friend.
Yeah, but that is one of the issues. But Jamal, you go ahead with your thoughts on this.
I mean, hey, it's been said, and Chandra threw it out there that hinders us. You know, they got the skill sets, but you still put roadblocks in the way, and there's a variety of
them. By giving you less than what you know, you already did the business plan. You already know what it's going to take for you to survive. You already did the mock-up on how many months before you can become profitable. And then they only give you a little bit so that you can fail. It's by design.
And then they say, you know, just like they did during Maynard Jackson's era, saying, "Oh, well, they're not qualified," and blah blah blah. But we have to have leaders, and I wish y'all would stop throwing out the NAACP because they need to be thrown out.
Yeah,
all they doing is collecting. If they're still getting dues and stuff like that, everybody needs to stop immediately, because I can't think of two things that they have spoken out honestly on in the last 10 years.
Thank you.
One of the things I want to say the Entrepreneur Center was born out of necessity, because what was happening, a lot of individuals know how to be a painter, know how to be a carpenter, but they didn't know how to price their goods and service out and to make a profit to stay in business. So what we did, we taught a pricing class, we taught a marketing class. We did what they need to do. When the people came in to talk to us, and I can remember this, and one of the questions I asked the viewing audience, and I'm going to share it tonight, it's simple. I asked them this question here. I say, where does your salary come from? Does it come out of profit or it come out of operation? Did you know over 90% of them, where you thought they thought the salary come out of?
Profit.
All are wrong. It don't come out of profit. It come out of operation, because when you make your business plan, and a business plan is nothing but a roadmap of how your business is supposed to function. When you go to the bank or a loan officer, you show them what your business got the potential to do, and you show them a projection. And that's what takes place. Like you say, like George was saying, we need organization and play to teach them the ABCs, because the guy can weld, he can be a carpenter, he can be a painter, but guess what? We discover he was robbing Peter to pay Paul because he was trying to complete another job with other money. You can't do that. You got to price it out properly. And guess what? You can't let nobody come in. If I say I can do the job for $10,000, and because you got your cost in it, and the person turned and said, I don't have it, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you $6,000 to do the job. You can't do it for $6,000. And the reason why, you let no one put value on the work you're going to do, because you're going to lose money. You simply know why you price it out like that. But Joyce is absolutely right. What we need is more structure getting it done, and they need to give you more money, because they only give you enough money to hang yourself. Because you need 100,000, they give you 25,000. That's going to make you hang yourself, because you're going to have to cut advertising. And one last thing, Julius, I'll let you speak. I have seen business plan that a person want to borrow $300,000. Guess what they had for marketing? Guess what they had for marketing? Do y'all have any idea how much money out of the $300,000 for marketing? $175 for marketing. You $175, but you only put $175. And the reason why, they simply just not know. That's what the Entrepreneur Center taught them, the ABCs of doing things. Go ahead, Drew.
One thing that I wanted to make sure that I used to think like Sandra thought what she said a minute ago about stop paying your dues. The only way, these organizations are already in place. They're just not effective. And what we have to do is join these organizations and take them over. Because if you don't, then you lose 100 years of placement that this organization has been there. So you have to join the organization and take it over because it is relevant.
It's
like
like what
Donald
you
Trump
always
did
say,
the
Julius.
RNC.
It's like Julius always say this word. He say, take it and put it on steroids. Update them, make them relevant for today's contemporary market.
Okay, we're gonna move to this subject here because I meant to get to it earlier, and we got to get this subject out of the way. This subject here. It has another local thing before we go to the national stuff, because we got some great national stuff coming in the next hour. We only have about 50 minutes left, 55 minutes left. But what is wrong with the fast food workers of today? Somebody got there's still something echoing.
Yours.
That's yours.
It's only with you.
I don't know why Jamal got his thing so loud. Let me turn it down. Listen, it's still something wrong with, there's Robert also. What is wrong with the workforce? The workforce that is in place out there now. If y'all look at TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, you'll see all these wild fights at the Waffle House, at Crystal's, at Burger King, at McDonald's. They are having fight after fight after fight, and I see why. You know, these people who are working think they own the damn place, and all they're doing is working there. And they think they own the place, so they give you the worst service in the world. So when you paying your money and you want to complain, then they want to get an attitude with you like they own the business and want to talk noise to you. You know, we got a prime example. Here it is, an 87-year-old man here in Savannah. They own Promised Land Farms out there, Uncle Bob. He goes to Crystals last week, and they cussed him out. This is an 80-something-year-old man. Instead of just saying, here you go, sir, you know, we were wrong. You know, they got in their feelings and got in their skin and cussed him out and called the police on him because he demanded the correct service. He could have just walked away and say, man, I'm not coming back in no more. But you have to put these people on record as having poor service and demonstrate to the public that you should not patronize this place. Then yesterday or the day before, him and Jamal, they go to the drive-through window at Burger King. And the people, he asked them to put no onions, no lettuce, and no pickles on his hamburger. And can he get the military discount? They told him, we don't have no goddamn military discount. This is a worker telling him, with witnesses listening, telling him we don't have no goddamn military discount. This is a veteran service country. He's 87 years old, so you know he fought in the Vietnam War. And here it is, you talking to this man like garbage, and then you call the police on him again.
I know better. Because
he's demanding that you treat him with respect. What is wrong with these workers? I'm going to let y'all go from there.
If I could, y'all, I know I'm driving, but I'm going to say this much shit. I'm going to tell you one thing about that. Two things I don't play with. That's elderly and children, because those are vulnerable communities. I'll never forget when my father was living, we had a caretaker in the house, and they got loud with my daddy in his house. And when they did that, I said, this is your last day. Matter of fact, you can get out my house right now. Matter of fact, you can get out my daddy's house right now. You will never disrespect an elderly person in front of me. That is the most horrible, sad, insecure thing you can do to anyone. Now, I do know that somebody told me that Jamal Touré was kind of rude to people. So I get that why they were rude to him. Right. But no, in all seriousness, that's just sad. At the end of the day, we got to realize that our elders are the reason why we exist. Our ancestors are why we even are able to navigate the spaces we navigate. But people have lost sight of what's real and what makes us tick. And so for our young people watching, even with me, I know I will have my disagreements with my father and even with my mother, but you better recognize this. You honor thy mother, thy father, and your elders, or you gonna reap the benefits of that.
But to your point, Doc, I mean, that's a good point. But we're talking about workers. We're talking about people that represent companies, okay? But we're also talking about a whole generation of people that were raised by their 20-year-old mamas who was disrespectful, and that was passed down to these disrespectful people, you know, and they weren't taught how to, you know, that. I mean, and I never bought into the customer's always right, but I do buy into the fact that we are in customer service. And your first thing is to put out there what you want people to see.
Correct.
But these TikTokers, YouTubers, Facebook, you know, friendly Twitter fingers, they are so used to saying everything and anything that come to their mind. They don't even say excuse me no more. I was at church the other day, and right after church service, a man, he knew he was blocking, you know, the parking lot and everything. They said something to him. He jumped on the parking lot workers after church. Okay, so when I tell you that nobody has respect for anybody unless you grew up in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, and you got a lesson in respect. Because whether we wanted to respect or not, we held respect. These new people, shit, you're lucky if they come to work 2 times on time in the same month.
And again, I appreciate you. I can hear it in your voice. You're tired of it, and it's a sad day we live in. Robert says something interesting. I hope Julius Hall, Sean, and Jamal was listening. He said you should honor and respect your elderly. And here I am, the way Julius talked to me, and Sean just don't pay me no mind, and Jamal threatened me every time I go to get on him about anything. All right. I mean, he's a fine young man. I didn't meant to say you. I was basically talking about at Julius Hall and Sean Brown. But
Sean Brown is awful.
Back on the serious side, Robert is a fine young man, as long as he's driving and not close to us. But I'm trying to say, it's no respect because life imitates art. TikTok, you see all this on TV and not TV, on what you call it, Julius, on the internet or whatever you want to call it. The kids have gotten out of control. Image adults have gotten out of control. And that's why Burger King, is half of them are closed in Savannah. They can't get workers because they don't want to work anymore. They say they're going to be social media sensational. We got a problem. And I don't know if it's going to resolve in the next 6-7 months.
It's not. It's not. Sorry.
Sean?
Well, if everybody followed California example, they might just get a whole new workforce, a whole new caring people again. But
$20 an hour?
When they go up to that $20 an hour and then they say, they sit back. See, when I was in the military, we had money that we had some substandard soldiers, but they gave everybody BAS. That was the chance to go out and feed yourself what you wanted. I had one platoon sergeant decided to take the BAS away from everybody. Until you act like this, until you act how I want you to act,
Tell us what it means, Sean. Excuse me. Most of us don't know what you just say, what it means.
Okay, it was basic allowance for subsistence. In so many words, it was basically money for if I wanted to go and buy a cheeseburger, if I wanted to go and buy my beef instead of pork, and if I wanted to do stuff like that. So when the soldiers were substandard and didn't want to do and wanted to come late and all that, wanted to stay right under the trouble zone, just substandard, lack of character. He just went on and took that BAS away. And when you don't make that much, that BAS count.
Okay.
Jamal. You muted. You muted.
Jamal agree with me.
You muted.
All right.
All right. I would say that, well, just to clarify, it was Greg and Uncle Bob, and they called me to tell me. So, but again, Julius Hall has a habit of doing that, and so Uncle Bob was definitely hurt by this right here, and they said that it seemed like the person who did the assaulting on them, that person had a problem. That there was something wrong with the lady. That was something there, and the police was called up there. The police said basically it's a civil action, but then again, it's about respect. How do we respect one another? Do we respect ourselves? No respect for ourselves means that they ain't got no respect for you.
If I could go off of what Dr. Teray just said, that is exactly right. The thing, and I had this conversation today with somebody. We as a community have lost respect for who we are, period. And I'm going to share this example. For those who don't know, my brother, who's older than me, my older brother's incarcerated, been incarcerated since I've been 14, but he deserves a level of respect for being an elder in my life, right? Regardless of how I feel about it, regardless of how I feel about what he did to my mother and father and how he made them feel, he is an elder in my life. We have lost all sense of dignity. When we want to talk about dignity and decorum, that's where it needs to show up. Uncle Sean, Mr. Brown, Julius Hall, Teray, Chandra, all of y'all are older than me. You hold a significant piece of my life because you have done things that I haven't done. You have wisdom that I don't have. We've got to help our young people realize there's a place for that we have lost. Sure, we can exchange conversation. Even my dad and I exchange heated conversations. But at the end of the day, there was a honor and the respect that he deserved and was going to always receive, regardless of our positions in that conversation. So we've just got to get back to understanding you may not hold this power dynamic, but we've got to understand that our elders and our community and our wise people have a space in our life that needs to be honored. And I think we've lost that.
I think you might be wrong. Sean might be younger than you, depending on how old you is. Because Sean is younger. Sean, because he got that white bear. Exactly. Robert, how old are you? You care to discuss
John 25.
How? What's your age?
Mr. Brown, let me add this one thing real quick, because I'm going to give me one.
Make it quick because we got 5 minutes. We got 5.
Okay.
We got 5 subjects left. I'm going to allow y'all to take less than a minute on each one of those subjects that we got coming up. Go ahead, Robert.
I just want to. Chandra cussed me out a couple weeks ago. Julius was there. It pissed me off to the highest degree. But Chandra was right. No, really, Chandra was right. And when I sat back and I thought about it, I said, as angry as I am, she was right. And sometimes we don't like that, but sometimes we need to sit back and say, you know what? They're right.
Right. And I'm right about Sean being younger than you.
But respect starts at home.
Amen.
Yeah.
You are taught, and see when these people are thinking that what they little 3-year-old is doing is cute, when they cussing folk out and learning their first cuss words and saying whatever they want to say, they don't understand that this 3-year-old is going to be 13 at some point, then they're going to be 18 at the next point. And if they weren't taught respect, you know, and all of those other things. There you have it.
Hard habits to break. Those some
Exactly. I mean, how you gonna reteach a 20-year-old? Because I mean, the only way that you teach them is firing them. I'm a manager, so I love getting rid of them. Goodbye.
All right.
Let me ask you a
they got a
question.
lot of
We can go to the
workforce
next
violence.
subject. Would
Be
you
careful.
fire Julius Hall?
Julius couldn't work for me.
I got your message already. Thank you, ma'am.
I would clone Julius. I would clone Julius.
That's right. That's right. See, that's a smart man up there. He would clone me. Clone me.
Yeah.
Clone you.
That's right.
Ask me, Sandra, ask me, will I fire Julius? In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
All night long.
He threatened to fire me every week we talk.
Let's go to P. Diddy real short. Y'all keep it to 1 minute.
Our cameras caught him riding his bike in Miami, and it looks like he doesn't have a care in the world. He's been quiet lately, but his right-hand man has been doing a lot of talking. Stevie J, a producer who's also named in one of the lawsuits and was in Diddy's house when it was raided, went on TMZ Live to defend his boss. Listen.
I don't know whatever someone does in their bedroom, that's what they do. I don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just here to say that I've never seen my man doing anything foul like they talking about.
None of it. All of it. I mean, you know.
I've never seen it. I've known him for 29 years.
But that wasn't all Stevie J did. He sent out a warning shot, posting video of celebrities at Diddy's 50th birthday party. The Kardashians, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye, Kevin Hart, every A-lister was there. And Stevie J wants to remind them. Remember, the lawsuit says Diddy has compromising footage of everyone that went to his freak-off parties. Now, we're not saying this is a freak-off party or Diddy has compromising video on any of these people, but this is what Diddy's bodyguard said.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
A whole lot of blackmail.
Wow.
And I wanted y'all to see something real quick. If Giovanna, if you could do me one favor, play the video, start the video over again for 5 seconds. Watch the bike.
Our cameras caught him riding his bike in Miami, and it looks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all saw the bike?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell y'all about that bike after y'all have y'all comments about all this here.
Well, first of all, you know, I mean, he shouldn't. I don't think that he should be, you know, nervous, but I do think that everybody should shut up. You know, because see, that's the way that everybody is going to be implicated. If they just stop talking,
loose lips sink ships.
Exactly. And if everybody just agreed that, hey, we're not going to talk about this, then it'll go away soon. But other than that, he better find a country that does not extradite.
Julius, I like to go ahead and piggyback on Sandra. Loose lips sink ships. You got to realize, Diddy come out of world of what we talked about earlier, Street Corporation. He started with Street Corporation. He sort of did his own financing to get where he is at today. And I think that's why the establishment don't like him, because he got what you call S money. He don't give a S about what you say and how you say it, because he made millions of dollars off a street corporation in his organization. And I think the establishment don't really like him for that, because he did not go to them for money.
Sean.
Okay. I am going to say this. All right. P. Diddy. Okay. First off, this man has Epstein status. Okay. So the next question is, do you really think that he will commit suicide when they find him dead, talking about the suicide? You know what I'm saying? Epstein. I don't understand. I know Epstein did not kill himself. P. Diddy will not kill himself. But look for it to happen. Look for accidents. Look for something for him not to be coherent enough to stand trial for this. There's no way he will be able to sit back. Why? Because, hey, my best friends are all the people. I mean, you know, I'm implicating the most powerful people in the world.
Right.
No,
I'm not implicating them. They caught me in so many words.
Let me explain something to you. These people, is the understanding of the underworld that the feds have tapes, and they got plenty of tapes, and that's what's taking them so damn long. They watching the tapes. They got tapes. They got a bunch of stuff. They at the house because he didn't get rid of it. He didn't think it would be any bad thing on his part. But the bike, I want y'all to watch the bike. Jamal got off before I get the bike.
What about the bike? I'm gonna watch the bike. Slow it down.
I'm gonna tell you. I know Jamal would have held his hand over his face, but it is said that 50 Cent said today that ain't no seat was on the bike.
Are you kidding me?
No, don't say that.
50 Cent say ain't no seat on the bike. Wow. They go Jamal there. He got to go. You know, but listen, 50 Cent say ain't no seat on the bike. It didn't look like no seat was on the bike either. Well, Sean, okay, this is the last thing I want to get for you, Sean, Uncle Sean. He will not commit suicide. See the difference between him and Epstein? There's a big difference between him and Epstein. Big difference. You want me to name it?
They got the tapes.
No, that ain't the difference. Epstein would have had to go to prison, and he didn't have any girls. Epstein only messed with girls.
Oh.
It is said that Sean Puffy Combs liked boys, so he would thrive in prison.
Wow.
Especially with all the money he got.
First of all, let's go back.
I ain't finished. So suicide is out the question. He's not going to do anything like that. So he's going to think that he can win, and if he go to trial and he loses, then he'll go to prison and he'll be happy. So you see, R. Kelly messed with girls, not little boys.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Epstein messed with girls, not little boys. So that's the difference. They would have killed themselves because guess what? They become the girl inside. You see what I'm saying? Not punk. Sean can take it either way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He can like it either way. So
okay.
Chandra.
First of all, Jeff Epstein did not commit suicide.
No, he did not.
He was murdered
in
that jail cell for the things that he knew, and the fact that they knew that he was going to give all of them up if he was given the right deal.
Okay, well,
that's right. I agree with you on that, son.
Okay,
y'all need to stop.
All right. Well, they said that the video shows that nobody entered the cell and that he killed himself. So you're talking a big old conspiracy right there.
And who was the president at the time?
We'll see what they come out. We'll see whether they come out later.
I noticed they're not talking about. They stopped talking about it. They didn't really follow it up. And I think if P Diddy, whatever they call him, I think he'll go to a country like Roman Polanski did, where he can't be expedited, and he'll live on that country for the rest of his life.
That's right.
And that's the way it is.
He better.
Well,
he
Don't
better.
be like Jay-Z and Beyonce,
Listen,
who got
listen.
an island.
Epstein could have did the same thing. Why he didn't? So
Because
don't
they
think
caught
that
him
these people won't
before
come get you wherever
they
you at.
walked him down before he could formulate the plan.
He had enough money to get out. He had
As
enough
soon-
money to
you
get out
know-
and do exactly what y'all saying.
No, Julian. Somebody killed him. Someone
Exactly.
They wanted
They
to
killed
have him
Epstein.
killed. Puffy's in a different position because what's happening now, Puffy, they got tapes. Epstein didn't have tapes. But Epstein, when he got him to testify, he would have sing like a canary. He would have sing about Sean. He
He'd
would
have
have
had
sing
to.
about you. And nothing he can say about me because I'm a Christian.
You and your all that now.
Let's move on to the next video
When
because y'all are
Cassie filed her lawsuit against him, he should have packed up all of his shit
good
and moved.
Good point, Natalie. Diddy is not just a pedophile; he is a murderer. And I believe that he did all those murders. Also, I do believe that.
I don't believe that.
Yes, he
But
did.
you cannot say
Everybody that crossed this man went dead. How about? How about? Hold on, Charlie. I can't talk while you talking. How about Tupac? How about Biggie? How about his wife? How about Al B. Shore? How about all these people who writing books about him and everything? Jamie Foxx, who was fit to expose him. All these people had the same damn symptoms.
No.
Okay, you like conspiracy about Epstein, but you don't want to believe that
Justice,
Puffy is that guy. Puffy is a billionaire. And you don't think that he got the access or the resources to do the same thing that Justice does?
Justice is, that's why justice is like that. It's proven innocent into proven guilty. You're not a district attorney. You're not a court of law.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
But you are out of line. You are out of line. You insinuating.
I'm just giving you my opinion. Ain't no out of line with nothing. I'm giving you my opinion.
That's not
you
your
can
opinion.
either accept it or reject it.
That's
you
not your opinion. You saying that man did it.
That's my opinion.
No, it's not your opinion.
What is it?
Because you are pretending you're a district attorney of the state of Georgia, and you're not.
Well, label me the DA, damn it. If you think
that's what you want to be, but you're not no DA with me.
You about Biggie size, he'd kill your ass too.
I'm gonna put an ethic complaint.
Giovanna, let's go to the next video.
I'm gonna put an ethic complaint about you.
Money doesn't like noise. Wherever there's lots of money, it's always quiet. You go to the bank, it's quiet. You go to a rich neighborhood, it's quiet. The loudest places and the loudest people are normally the broke.
Wow, that's deep.
Real deep. Money don't like noise.
Wow.
Yep. My neighborhood is very quiet.
That don't mean you got money, but I understand.
Exactly.
Because you got a baby grand back there.
I mean, as a conglomerate, our houses start at $290,000. So,
wow.
Yeah. So money don't like noise.
Money don't like noise.
And you could, and whoever came up with that really came up with something to make you think. Wherever you go at, look and see wherever you at in these boardrooms, ain't no noise. In these places where there's a lot of big deals going on, ain't no noise. The noise is where broke people are. They're always arguing, drinking, fighting, and acting a fool.
The Waffle House, for example.
Rich communities don't have a corner gas station right outside their neighborhood.
That's correct.
That corner gas station is probably a mile away.
Yep.
From where that neighborhood is.
But Sean, you missing one point. Ain't nobody told you had to hang outside that motherfucker.
Yeah, true.
And Julie, you know what else? You know what else was interesting?
What?
Money don't have no noise after 5 o'clock. No carpenters working. None of them. Everything stopped at 5 o'clock in that area, wherever they may be.
And
I like whoever came up with money but no noise. I like that. I'm gonna tailor-made that and use it. But Julius, I'm gonna put an ethic complaint with you because you think you're a DA or something. And I don't like the way you go and insinuate people did this. Next thing you'll say, I murdered someone and I've never killed some rats in my house.
I saw you almost kill a couple of people. So don't even go.
No, Jews, they walk out in the intersection. I didn't see
No, I
them.
ain't talking about in your car. I'm talking about with your hands. Remember them
Cut that
fights?
noise out.
Them fights.
No. I
ain't snitching. I ain't snitching. But I remember them fights. I done seen you beat one guy down there half to death down at the foot of the bridge.
Wow. Julius, don't let people know I don't have that kind of image. He's making that up, people. I'm Charlie. I'm lovable.
You're a minister now.
But God ran you to church.
Yeah.
Julius doesn't kill me for the night. He doesn't kill me. I'm through. Julius, whatever you like, you got it.
And now, Sandra, this is something for you here. And I know I don't want to play it, but
and I was just about to leave.
Yeah, this is for you.
I don't want you to leave, son.
Johnathan Majors. Y'all know who Johnathan Majors is. I was beginning to really admire this guy's talent with his acting.
Really?
Especially in The Harder They Fall. I loved him in The Harder They Fall. He played Nate on The Harder They Fall. He played that role. And he had a bunch of Disney movies. He was doing 2 or 3 Disney movies and a couple other movies he's done.
Marvel.
But he was Disney owned Marvel, don't it?
Yeah, the movie was the Marvel franchise.
Yeah. And so he got in a little trouble riding in a cab with his girlfriend, and she said that he struck her. And this is his girlfriend. Right there.
Oh Lord,
his ex-girlfriend, because he's
right. That's his ex-girlfriend right here.
Oh, I should have known it.
That's his ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
That's his ex-girlfriend.
Well,
and you know, these actors, when they get these big roles and they get a bunch of money, then I guess they feel like they got to go out and they got to test the waters, and they got to if they ain't made it unless they have a snow bunny on their arm. And then you got to be able to understand what happens with when you don't have the insight to understand what that woman will do, especially if you're both drinking, especially if you do something with her, to her, or you tell her that you're about to leave, then she's going to make all kind of accusations so that she can get the money. She's with you for the money only, so you just got to be careful. But now, after all that's going on, here's his girlfriend.
Yeah. And what?
That's his new girlfriend. That's Megan Good.
No, they've been him and Megan Good been together since right after he got arrested.
I believe that's probably why the girl got mad, because they've been texting each other, probably looked in his phone, saw, Megan Good? Megan Good? How am I supposed to compete with that?
Wow.
And then they got in a fight in the cab, and it all went downhill from there.
Well, I think of him the same, I don't think of him the way I think of Candace Owens, who is now trying to woo with Black people after she has demoralized, talked about, scandalized, and everything else. Well, if Megan Good, you know, if he need, I mean, because he tried to get a black woman before court, you know, which that didn't really work out with him. You know, he's gonna have to let this little Chris die down just like everything else, you know. Hopefully, you know, maybe P. Diddy will get arrested or something, and then he might have a chance at coming back for his career, but he's gonna have to sit his career down for a minute.
Okay. Well, I don't think that they should cancel culture should not be doing these people, but it's just like NBA players. You have to be able to understand the ramifications for your actions. You know, you can't go out and drive a motorcycle 150 miles an hour. You can't go out and play basketball with on the court outside in the neighborhood. You got millions and millions of dollars on the line, and as a professional, anything, you have to be able to protect your career, and you're not protecting your career when you're being undisciplined, doing all the wrong things. Now, I like the fact that he understands now and is trying to do wrong. This guy's a great actor. I love. I was looking at him as the next Denzel.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Julius, you didn't give me my shot. Give me my shot.
Go ahead.
As soon as you show me his girlfriend, this is what I want to say. Oh, the circle be unbroken, Lord, by and by, your career is over.
No,
That's
it's not.
all I wanted to say. I don't think it should be Tyler Perry. What the boy named, the gay guy that do all the movies on Will something.
What gay guy do the movies, Julia?
Will something. His name Will something. The one did Precious and all the rest of them with Monique.
How you know he gay? Is he gay?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not gay, but he's gay.
Yeah, he did the Butler. He did the Butler.
What's
Can
gay?
Can you show us a picture of him?
He's not gay, but he is gay.
Yeah, he tell you he's gay. Yeah.
Yes, he has a whole
what's his name? Will something. What's his name, Sandra? You know all that about him.
I forgot.
Will something. He does all.
Jamana can't pull up a picture of him.
Somebody Jamana.
I don't watch movies.
Lee Daniels.
Yeah.
That's
then yeah, he is gay.
Thank you, Deidre. Thank you, Deidre. Deidre told us Lee Daniels. Thank you, darling.
Lee Daniels is gay?
Yeah, he's gay.
Yeah.
He got a whole husband.
Oh my goodness.
And they got dogs.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
with Johnathan Majors, I hope that somebody will say we're not going to let cancel culture get this guy, you know, because he's a great actor, and you can't get in trouble just because you and your girlfriend had an argument and then she wants to assault you, which might have made you defend yourself, and then she might have put a scratch on her own face. These people do crazy things in Hollywood because they don't want to lose that status. They don't want to lose that access.
Did you see after their trial was over and he was convicted of misdemeanors? I mean, they act like he fucking stabbed her or something, you know, or punched her in the face in the elevator. Y'all remember that sports person that had punched his girlfriend in the face, and then they
football player from Minnesota.
Yeah, but this girl ran 2 damn city blocks after him. You know, and assaulted him, and I mean, she was supposed to get a 2-piece to the face.
Well, I think that it should be somebody around here, just like in the NBA, where you tell these players what they don't need to do. You should tell these black actors what they need to. Black writers guild, the black actors
the first
guild.
thing that they need to do
How you gonna tell me when I'm still talking? You gonna wait 1 minute?
Go.
Okay. somebody needs to tell these people and put them in a room and say, hey, this is what's likely to happen to you if you continue down the road that you're having. There's nothing wrong. We can't stop you from loving anybody you're going to love. But if you just dating this chick and all y'all doing is having some fun, 9 times out of 10, it's going to end bad for you. And if your career is on the up, then you need to be very careful. Go ahead, Chandra.
I mean, it was just like, what's his name? Tiger Woods, you know. I mean, he, you know, it blew over. He's still a great golfer, even though he's had some outbursts and personal situations, and this will blow over too, you know.
Well, look at the screen. You know, I wish you come and knit on NASA time instead of Black Media time. Now she's going after his money. I thought you might have liked that.
Well, she was going after his money, but he knew it when he started dating her. Yeah. He probably started dating her from the damn bar he picked her up in.
I'd rather he just call a call girl in. You know, don't you know? It's a prime example is this right here. What's his name on Orlando on this movie on this series on Netflix called Family Business. He don't date women but once.
Yeah. But he is dating this one.
Yeah,
continuously.
Yeah. But he fell in love with one. But
Michael, excuse me, Julius. Okay, Michael Irvin said that exactly what he does. What you say, he call in a date and he pay for what he want and get the service done and out of the way. Michael Irvin just stated that on TV because he was known it for prostitution or whatever. But Julius got a point there, and Sonia, you got a point. And I'm going to say Tiger Woods married. She was the nanny. She had no money, and she got 50% of everything he had that they accumulate while they were married and walk away and turn around and tear down that $3 or $4 million house and build another house in the spot. What a waste. You know why she wasted the money? Because she didn't earn it.
Exactly.
That's why it had no value.
I don't feel sorry for Tiger. Tiger,
I don't either.
Tiger gets exactly what he gets because Tiger does not like black women anyway.
I didn't say I feel sorry for him. I just said
I
was just stating the facts. That's all.
I know. I never said you did feel sorry for him. I'm not the DA. You are.
You don't have you don't have to always prosecute me every time.
I never said that you said that though. That's what I'm trying to say. I never said anything about what you said. All I said was
the way you looked at me. Give me the impression you shouldn't look at me like that.
Look at Sean down there laughing at that. Sean said, looked at you. I never looked at you.
Yes, you did. You look at me saying, I was saying this, and you were saying afterwards, Tiger Woods, I don't care much for him, know how it goes. La, 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 la. So.
Oh, Lord, I tell you. Okay, let's go to this.
What's the last subject?
Last subject before we have our closing remarks. We got about 17 minutes. Y'all keep it short. This is the Angel Reese part. It's about 2 minutes long. Y'all take a look.
Well, it's just very sad that, I mean, winning the national championship should be one of the highlights of her life. And for her to say she hasn't had peace since then, it's just terrible. It's heart-wrenching, all right? And we know last year there was a controversy, and that's, to me, kind of when it began.
The start.
When there was
doing this in front of Caitlyn.
And people jumping all over her and saying nothing about Caitlyn Clark doing it. That was racism, and I think it was classism, too. Because if she was some suburban black girl who was, acted differently, I don't know if it would be as people would be on her as much. So I think it's unfortunate she's going through that. There was the article in the LA Times that compared the LSU players, the dirty debutantes. And I don't think the writer meant it in a pornographic way, but people said once you Googled it, and Kim Mulkey said it, you Google it, it turns to pornography. So I don't think he really meant it that way. I don't think he knew it, because that wasn't the thing that came to my mind. I just thought he's trying to turn a phrase. But she's the reason, not that, because she's kind of the face of that team, and he was looking negatively at that team because of what he thinks about her. And for her to have to go through that, like Kim Mulkey said, it is terrible that college kids have to go through this. Now, I will say this. As you become more popular, and as women's basketball is becoming more and more popular, they will also get some of the negatives that come with popularity in terms of, LeBron James is the greatest example. He is an awesome player, obviously, but with his stature has come a whole bunch of criticism and scrutiny that he has to have. It should be different with college kids, and a lot of times it is. Like, when I wrote, I would not criticize college kids or certainly high school. The same way pro. They're not getting paid. I know they are now with NIL, but they're not professionals. And so it should be different in that regard. But it's just, it's unfortunate. And a lot of what she's talking about also is social media. Not just traditional media.
Well, and Angel was on crying the other day. Y'all take a minute. Don't take too long, because we got our closings to do in a few minutes. But like I said last week, I sympathize with her because she's young, and these kids think different. They're not wired the same way we were wired. And she wants to be the angel sometimes but then she'll be the demon sometimes also when she's on the court. And some of these people were saying you can't have it both ways. But like I said, these kids are not wired like we wired. They don't understand the same things we understand. Charlie?
Well, my spin on it is that we still live in a divided world, and you have to realize they are constantly looking for, because you look at basketball, you look at football, baseball is questionable, but you still have people of color in baseball that's dominated as well. And I'm saying they're constantly looking for a comparison, and this Rabble is about race. I mean, we can pretend it's any other thing y'all want to believe. It still exists, and we just hope one day it will come to a player as a player. But it's still about race, and that's what that's about. They try to say she come from a wholesome young lady, and LSU and Louisiana, they come from a background of partying and doing things that people shouldn't do who trying to play basketball, and victimize them. But again, they're going to paint that picture because they feel that the girls at LSU are a little more sassy, and the girls in Iowa are a little bit corn-fed and a little bit nice. It's about race at the end of the day.
Well, that is true, but it shows, just taking a look at the basketball tournaments for the last 3 weeks or whatever, you can tell the divide is real, and I probably wouldn't have felt that way if I was Angel Reese, but when America makes you feel like, because they wanted that white girl, whatever her name is, to take it all, but nobody is giving South Carolina they're proper props. You know, when it comes down to the fact that, you know, here they are going back for the third time and winning for the second time, or was that the third time?
Third time.
Third
Third
time.
time in 7
They
years.
won for the third time with a black coach, half black players, all of that, you know, and that was not supposed to be the way the fairy tale was ended, you know. So that's just America, you know, and Angel needs to understand that, hey, you know, I mean, you got to brush it off.
Next.
All I'm gonna say is those girls played their behinds off this season. All of them represented, all of them did it the right way. And they all left the court praising each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy about that. It wasn't the on the psychological end, Angel, hey, the strategy worked. The strategy worked because Caitlyn got past them. You know what I'm saying? If the strategy, but Angel Reese actually scored higher and all that other stuff that game. She actually did good that game. So the mental, hey, you know, look at Charles Barkley. He talks so much stuff out there on the court. Jordan, I heard, was a big talker. You don't think exactly. You don't think that teams have people that give the numbers out to trash talkers, to give these players numbers out to people to mentally bother them, to get in their head, to, you know, when you at that level, when you got Vegas gambling on you, trust and believe they're pulling out the professional mentalists to come and, you know, change the what do you call it? The scales, the balance.
That is true.
Okay. We got our last segment. Y'all can take a minute and a half. Don't go longer than a minute and a half. Know when to stop. Is some people don't have no breaks. And say what you want to say. And I'll go last. Sean?
All I want to say is that the show of bringing information, and again, we don't exist if the viewing audience was not tuning in. I just want to thank you to all the people tuning in. Please come back next week, share it with a friend, share it with another friend, and we'll be back on next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Again, thank you, viewing audience. I think the information night was so interesting. I appreciate it and making me a part of it.
Next.
I know that the eclipse just happened and a lot of people was able to experience it and all that other stuff. And I would ask that everybody use that eclipse, that time, that change in spirit. Hey, let's do a ceasefire. Let's try to encourage a ceasefire. That's not only in overseas and all that, but that's in our own hoods and our own houses and our own families and stuff. Let's encourage a ceasefire. Put the guns down. You know, it's too many people dying, you know, by simply pulling a trigger, you know, and you can't get a life back after it's gone, you know. So I ask that, you know, we encourage a ceasefire.
Sandra?
I encourage the National Women's Basketball Association to to look at what just happened during the college finals and start paying women more, because their tickets went for more, and they should not have to go to these third world countries or Russia or anywhere like that to play for $150,000 a year and only getting $50,000 to $75,000 over here. I mean, they might as well be secretaries.
Okay. Jamal said Jamal is a fine man. That's what Charlie wanted to say for his closing. That Jamal. Okay. Mine is something that these morning inspirations I get every Wednesday, and I just thought that it'd be beneficial to let some people hear. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Disrespect will close doors that apologies can't reopen. Be careful how you treat people. Your future needs you, not your past. Don't let the darkness of the past cover the brightness of your future. A positive attitude brings much gratitude. Think positive, be positive, speak positive. Do it every day. Make it a habit. Accept your past without regret. Handle your present with confidence and face your future without fear. Don't wait to be rich to be happy. Happiness is free. Take time every day to appreciate what you have. Words and hearts should be handled with care, for words when spoken and hearts when broken are the hardest things to repair. Don't expect too much, because that too much can hurt you so much. Don't expect too much, because that too much can hurt you so much. People come and go in your life, but the right ones will always stay. Okay?
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that, Julius. And I want to say this too before we leave. Always smile, because it don't cost a nickel. It can take you a long way.
All right. And that being said, we're going to be out of here, and we're going to see y'all on next Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow with Ebony Sports Reporters at 8 o'clock. We'll see you at 6 o'clock with Taking the Journey Together. And you'll be able to watch this show probably around 4 o'clock again in a repeat. Probably 4 or 5 o'clock, you'll probably be able to watch this show, okay? Now, 4 o'clock, because it'll go off by the 6 o'clock time. All right? Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Good night.
like that.